If you haven't seen the Carrie Mae Weems exhibit at the Guggenheim, it's a 30-year retrospective of her work and it's definitely a must see. What's great about this is that it's art and it's photography that anybody can partake in. And I think what really makes this stand out from other photography exhibits is the writing that's added in addition to it. And even better, it's the artist's own writing, which in itself is very lyrical, very beautiful. So basically, you see it at the Guggenheim in New York City, and it's on two levels. It's on the second level and on the fourth level. You enter the second level and you start with this kitchen table series, which is all juicy gossip, the black woman saga. Oh, can't find a man, man, leave you. Drama. And she writes the story in, and it's not exactly linear, but you can follow what's happening between this relationship. Other people start getting involved. You start seeing, the Council of Women. You start seeing her mother. You see the child. And you see the artist who puts herself within these portraits as the subject, as the woman, and the man that she's involved with in this the kitchen table series. Beautiful piece. Interestingly lit, great shots, amazing writing to go along with it, and just, different things that you pick up on in nuances. So you don't have to be somebody who's into like super composition to notice the different ways in which Carrie Mae Weems expresses the story in this script. What's really, really hilarious at one point, though, is that they're smoking camels. Now, I know Joe Camel is cool, and I have seen my fair share of Joe Camel ads, but my personal opinion as a non smoker is that in all things colored related, the coloreds should be smoking menthols. I wanted some Newport Cools. Carrie, where were the Newport Cools? You know everything is mentholated. You know. You know. But then she has tons of other cool stuff in this 30-year retrospective. So there's some stuff from her family series, which if you've seen it at the Brooklyn Museum before in New York, it's been there. And it's been in a bunch of other places. And, it shows her family. And it's some kind of reaction to the Moynihan Report. And it's basically her senior thesis from her graduate program, which got her really noticed. And it's cool. Nice little pictures of the family, little descriptions of who the family are. You get to go on journeys with her. So there's a series called Roaming where she's going all around the world. There's also her series where she goes down to Louisiana. You have some Gullah Island stuff there, as well as some images from Goree Island and the slave castles in Africa, which are truly fantastic because Carrie then also made her own posters that go along with these. And they're not like travel ads like come travel with me. They're posters that jar you and make you understand where she's coming from in terms of looking at these as representative places in history. So that's totally cool. She has this color series where she looks at the blue black boy and the yellow girl and basically puts screen prints of colors over the images, and it makes everything look one kind of cool because it has this kind of pop art flair to it where you're looking at these colors, but at the same time, you're just kind of like, what does it mean when you assign color to people, especially people who are already deemed one color? So that's super duper interesting, super duper cool. Something that is definitely worth looking into. And as I said, you don't even have to be into art or into like this weird she foo foo world in order to get what she's doing here, in order to see it. My favorite piece was Faded to Black, where she chronicles three different artists and they're blurred out. So it's photographs of Dunham, Lena Horne, and Josephine Baker, obvious stars within this Black historical world, but their images are faded. So the didactics on the side give you understanding into what each of these pieces mean, but for that, as somebody who enjoys and loves pop culture, It's a nice way to think about imagery, especially, when at the same time you could have images of somebody like, say, Ava Gardner or Marilyn Monroe that would be so readily available and accessible, and you'd be able to see. Then we got the videos. I don't know what the videos mean. They tell you what the videos mean. The videos were kinda interesting, to say the least. So there's one that's constructing history, which I loved because, history, woohoo! And she used her students, and that's really cool. That was really fun. There's an Italian one based off of her time where she got money to go spend time at an Italian studio, and she recreates these film images, and it's all about, feminism and women taking power. And somewhere in the middle of it, I was like, about this? What are you trying to say, lady? So that one might be a bit more of a stretch for most people, but definitely take a time out, go see it. The one thing that I do wish is that there was more of the museum series. But if you want to see the museum series, you got to go up to the Studio Museum of Harlem. So definitely take your time. We're going to make it there. It's there until June. So wait around and see for my commentary on that.